Most days on the Minecraft Golden Age Discord and the Golden Age subreddit, I see pictures of awesome Minecraft scenery with the question, what should I build here? Knowing what to create in Minecraft is always the hardest part of building, and this creative block is usually the biggest ender of motivation and ultimately your Minecraft world. If you can relate to this, then today I'm going to show you 5 super simple steps that I use to create my builds, which you can easily implement to build better in Minecraft. The first step in the building process is the purpose. Every building you create should have a reason to exist, whether it's a starter base, a new house for your town, a stadium to play mini games in, or just something to look good. It could even be something you've seen in real life that you want to replicate. Whatever it is, you have to ask yourself why you want or need a certain build in your world. Doing this only improves the motivation for wanting to build something. Otherwise, you're just building for building's sake, which is no fun and can lead to burnout. Starting a build in Minecraft from scratch without any inspiration is near impossible and often results in something like this. I call it the classic wooden box house, and if that's what you're going for, then why not? Most art takes inspiration from other sources, and it's the same for Minecraft. Once you know what you want to build, the next step is to find out what it looks like. Google Images is a good one, or you could even use AI to generate an image of what you'd like to create. I use AI quite a lot for inspiration, and my sand quarry on the Back to Beta server came from this generated image of an old sand quarry. The inspiration for the build in the thumbnail came from when I was in New Zealand and saw this church overlooking a lake. I really wanted to build it in Minecraft, and so I took some pictures that I could use. With your image at the ready, it's time to prepare for the build. This involves making sure you have everything you need to make the build look something like the reference. The first thing you're going to want to do is work out the dimensions of your build. I tend to choose what one block width would be, and then count out from there the width and the length. The other thing you're going to want to work out are the materials to use. This is the fun step for me because you are forced to be really creative. In old versions of Minecraft, this is especially the case, with limited block palettes available. For the church, I'm going to use cobblestone for the walls and stone slabs for the roof. Pretty basic, but hopefully it shows you that you don't need many blocks to make an okay looking build. The next step is the important one. It's time to build. Once the build is complete, it's time to put your own spin on it. Cobblestone doesn't look great on its own, so I'm going to mix in some smooth stone, as well as some mossy cobblestone on the base. Builds also look better with some foliage, so adding trees or bone mealing some grass and flowers make a great addition. Making an interior can sometimes be ignored, but for me, it helps to make the build more immersive. Keeping it simple is the best way. These steps are what I would describe as repeatable hacks you can use to get better at building. But to take it to the next level, I definitely recommend watching the boy Ryan's video on his building tips. Some of his amazing builds have already been shown in this video, and his tips will elevate your building skills even more. The link is in the description. Okay, so there you have it, the finished product of the church. And to end this video, I thought I'd give you a tour of the church and also provide you a bit more information around it. The first thing is, it doesn't look exactly like the reference image, and that's okay. Minecraft isn't real life, and you might not always be completely happy with the build, and that's okay too. They don't have to be perfect. Like this one, the church is massive, whereas in real life, the church is really small. And that's just one little difference, but I don't mind because the end result is the most important thing. When we come around the side of the church, you'll see that there is this waterfall, and I was using it originally to get up and down to the church, but Boxflare said it looked like a pretty cool feature, and I agreed with him. So there we go. This is the natural way of getting up and down from the landmass. At some point, I think it would make sense to add another way around the back potentially, but for now, I'm happy doing this every time. So heading into the church, I tried to make the interior as similar to what I remember from the church in New Zealand as possible. And when I first entered, there was a guy sat at a table, and he was greeting everyone and asking for donations and stuff, so I included that in here. And then I don't actually know what was in this side room, but I'd imagine it's where they store their money and do admin for the church. And then in terms of the church itself, I've kept it quite simple with the pews. and also the altar at the end. It looks quite similar to what the church looked like, if you can find any pictures of the interior of it. And also we've got the view over the lake, which is the cool part for me. And I'll show you at the end of the video, but the sunset is pretty incredible from this church. So yeah, good views all around. The other thing I thought I'd mention is this bell tower, which is quite unique to what most churches' bell towers are. They're normally front and center, whereas this one is off to the side. But I think that's a really cool, unique feature of this church. So I'm glad I was able to incorporate that, and I think it came out quite nicely. You might also notice, but I am starting to grow the spruce forest over there around my sand quarry. So the sand quarry is just here, and I'm hoping to extend this spruce forest all the way out to there and just make it look really dense, because I think the contrast between the spruce trees and the desert looks really cool. So as the sun begins to set behind my church, I think it's time to close out this video. I hope you've enjoyed. It's been very different to what I'm used to making, but I've really enjoyed the process, and I hope you've enjoyed the result too. Make sure to check out the boy Ryan's video, and also check out the other Back to Beta members' videos. The link to our Discord is in the description. But yeah, you can see this sunset looks amazing. So let's watch this, and I'll say goodbye and see you next time.